alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Once again, our dear viewers, this is the Alhidaayah show. Today is 27th October 2025, corresponding with the 5th Jamad al-Awwal 1447. That is after the migration of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am Alkam Mayanja, the host for this show, the Alhidaayah show, where we appreciate Islam and science. In a special way today, the one I have in studio is a sports scientist and also a nurse. He's going to talk about the integration of the three systems that we have talked about in our earlier episodes. That is the skeletal system, the muscular system, and also the nervous system. Why do we do this? For our dear viewer of Salam TV to appreciate the bounty of life, and you never know, it will inspire us to even pray more and more Salat al-Duha, such that we appreciate Allah for our joints or our body organs and parts. In studio, I have Mr. Ismail Kakande, a sports scientist. Could you please say salam to our dear viewers of Salam TV?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Ismail Kakande is going to take us through the integration of all these three systems, all the human movements. How do I be able to speak by the contraction of my muscles? How do I be able to walk? How do I be able to touch a friend? How do I be able to drive a car? All that coordination, that is the integration of these three systems, it is what you're going to appreciate today in this episode. Mr. Ismail Kakande, you are most welcome, sir. What is it all about these human movements or the body movements of ours?
Okay, thank you so much. Glad that I'm here today to discuss about our topic, human movements. Human movements,
yes,
basically they are brought about
before we go to what brings them. What are they specifically?
Human
what actions
movements,
do they lead to? Yes,
human movements, these are movements basically that
yes,
are done with the help of our body.
True.
Basically you move from one place to another.
Yes,
that brings about movement. So locomotion might it is somehow different, that when you turn your head the other side round, then that is maybe locomotion. But movement, you need to displace yourself entirely
from one place to another.
From one place to another. And it is a complex system. It is an integration of not less than three systems. That is the muscular system,
yes,
the skeletal system, and the nervous system.
Which
not
we
limited
in our previous lectures and
yes,
episodes.
Yes. So these systems work hand in hand to see that maybe when you lift up your hand,
yes,
maybe I want to lift up an item from the ground, maybe I want to walk out of this room, maybe I want to take a shower, all that it is just in a fraction of a second, but very many things or systems integrate within each other to bring about that effect. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ismail Kakande. Our dear viewer would like to appreciate some of the reasons as to why we are looking at you. Your body physique is mashallah as a sports scientist. So would like to appreciate what are some of these reasons that you would encourage our dear viewer of Salam TV to engage in these physical activities.
Okay. Firstly,
yes,
the baseline is that it is a command from our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we well know that for everything that he ordered us to do, it was a revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it was for the best of us. So even if someone would be saying that for me I don't want to move, I want to be always in my comfortable seat, I want like that, but we have an order from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In very many traditions they have been narrated to us. For instance, Aisha radiyallahu anha narrated that they used to rest with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he used to encourage the Muslims to teach their children how to ride horses, how to do swimming. This is all encompassed in physical activity or in movement.
No.
Yes.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
So that was an order from the Prophet. So paying attention to the details of that, we know by default there are benefits that come along with participating or with moving our bodies. We are not engineered to be static, just as you see trees. No, we are engineered as humans, not even limited to humans, but to animals to move from one place to another. That's why our rizq is not stationed in one place, as we see trees, that they always absorb nutrients or what they need from where they are. For us, you have to move from somewhere to somewhere so that you get your provision. So it is of an importance. By doing that, basically there are three baselines, or there are three grades in which we shall engage in body movements or into physical activity. One, for the baseline is for health reasons. So when you move, you're training your heart, your lungs, your blood flow within the vessels, all that. So it is we shall move basically for a reason of health, for health issues. Then two, others will move for fitness. Someone will say, I would want to be fit. And when we dive a little more into fitness can be of different parameters. You can be talking of the muscular fitness, you can be talking about the cardiovascular fitness, you can be talking about the respiratory fitness, all that parameters. So someone may engage into physical activity basically for them to be fit. Then lastly, people will engage into physical activity for performance. Now this is where we find athletes or footballers. So they will do exercise for competition. Yes, but that is by choice, of course. It is not a necessity to everyone. But for the first two reasons, fitness and health, all of us, we are employed to participate in physical activity. Yes, please.
MashaAllah. Barakallah fiqh about that. We are looking at, when you said human movements in broadly, but then you narrowing down and saying there is physical health, you're talking about mental benefits, you're talking about social benefits. I'm looking at how this viewer of Salam TV would like to appreciate more when it comes to physical health. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So when you are talking about physical health, one, when you move, you're tasking your heart to increase its efficiency in delivering blood to other organs. So this there is a principle that we always borrow of use and disuse. The more you use a body part, the more efficient it becomes. So the more the heart is worked, the more healthier it becomes. So likewise, the respiratory system, your lungs, the more you use them, the more efficient they become in breathing, in the process of breathing. So those are some of the physical health reasons as to why we engage in exercise. And yeah, then when it is not only limited to physical health benefits, but also emotionally. So when you exercise, it is true that you get that calmness. You calm down, you relieve stress, and there is a full physiological response of the body, in which the body will cool down. It will produce some chemicals that will let it relax. If maybe you had some kind of anxiety, if maybe you had some kind of stress, go take a walk, maybe do some jogging, do some swimming. By the end of the 30 minutes of your exercise, I assure you that you will be calm. Yes. So it has that mental health issue. It also has, when you work out for just 30 minutes, it has a capacity to give you a good mood for the next 12 hours. Yes, that's why those people that are physically active, they are always stress-free, even if they have a lot on their table. Yes. So it has very many benefits that come with it. with regard with mental health. Then the other, it is community, now social benefits.
Yes.
When we decide that
my neighbors, how I relate with my neighbors.
Yes. So us in a community, we say that maybe every Friday we shall move out and maybe do sports, or we shall do some jogging, or we shall do some aerobics. It will bring that social cohesion within the community. You come to know each other, you come to bond with each other, you come to interact more with each other. So with that, you're building teams, you're building connections, you know what people do. It's very many reasons. Yes.
MashaAllah. Mr. Ismail Kakanda, our sports scientist.
Yes, please.
We're looking at the benefits, but the benefits, as our dear viewer would like to appreciate, they are those that could be short-term for a while. For example, you said if I engage in physical activity for 30 minutes, I'm assured that in the next 12 hours, my mood is going to be calm.
Yeah.
And if I have anxiety, I'll be anxiety-free, or depression, I will get relieved of depression. But then, what are some of the long-term benefits of these physical activities? If our dear viewer has been active every Friday, as you've said, you always recommend us that at least a week you make 150 minutes of being physically active. Our dear viewer would like to inquire how, like in the long run, how do I benefit in these physical activities in one or the other?
Okay, thank you so much. In that regards, we shall see that for someone who is physically active throughout their life, they are going to have at least good aging. You may find someone, he's let me say 65 years, and then you can't give them their age. It's usually saying, I can't give that person that age. Why? They look younger than what their biological age is. We usually have a machine, we use it. It gives us your biological age, the body age. You may be 24 as of now, but when we put you in our machine, you say that the rate at which your body is functioning, or the way at which the rate at which you're aging, you're equivalent to a 50-year-old male.
Allah Akbar.
Imagine. What brings about these disparities is the fact of physical activeness. So if you're not physically active, by the time you clock 40, someone will think, they will respect you, they will call you Muzei. Why? Because
not because you've done something of importance, but just because of your body physique.
Yes, your body physique. You look worn out, you look wasted, you're very fragile, you're prone to falls. And someone will say you're 40, but someone saying, hey, maybe Muzei is about 60, 70 years. You see? So physical activity in the long run will give us that good aging. Then the other thing, this is the research has been made, and it has been concluded that there is reduced chances of getting chronic illnesses such as diabetes, cancers, obesity. Why? Because you're physically active. And when you're using your body, the body is metabolizing all the excesses. It has gotten that the sensitivity of body cells to insulin is increased. The body has gotten that adaptability of excreting the wastes from the body. Your kidneys will be very functional. Reason being that you're physically active,
so will increase.
Yes.
One or the other.
Yeah. So in the long run, you find that you see the rate of contracting those chronic illnesses, call it cancers, diabetes, all that, hypertension, will be reduced. The chances will be reduced just because you're physically active.
Thank you very much. When you said that it brings about health aging, or you called it it supports health aging.
Yes.
You mean it's something like a cheat code for someone who wants to age gracefully? I mean, so I'm 40 or 35, but I would like to look as a 20-something. I would get my fitness instructor and then somehow Allah will enable me, and I will be somehow I will be cutting the edge, apart from going into other difficult and complicated systems.
Yeah. So to expound more on that, thank you so much. Is that when you exercise,
yes,
remember it should be now your routine. This shouldn't be an event, a once in a while thing. This should be a routine in your life, that maybe you have in your busy schedule, you have this amount of time that you do invest in what? In your physical health. You're physically active. So once this is your routine, in the long run, you're going to have health aging.
Mashallah.
This is not something that you say, I want in the next 2 months to be looking like a 21-year-old when you're 40. No, this is something that is progressive. This is a culture that you have to build in your life early as now. You're late that you didn't do it yesterday, but you're lucky that you can do it today.
Mashallah.
So you start today, you make it a routine, take small volumes of exercise.
Mashallah. For example, I might say, before I go for my kabli of subuhi, I can first take my 30 push-ups.
Exactly.
And that will be enough for me when I know that it's sustainable. It's from Monday up to Sunday.
Exactly.
Mashallah.
And with that, they will find you when your chest is broadened. They say, that man, I think he gets like 2 hours in a gym, which is not that, but you have built a routine in your life.
It becomes a habit.
Yes. And these small steps that you take, usually in the long run, they take you far. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, our dear viewer of Salam TV. This is the Alhidaayah show, and we are appreciating miracles of the human body, and we are looking at the human movements. How I walk, how I use my hands to note down my important messages, how I talk as I'm using my mouth, how I move from one place to the other to get food, most probably, and very many reasons that make us to work. As we are as per the calendar, next Monday, Bidin Tabaraka Ta'ala, our young scientists, that is the primary 7 candidates, will be sitting their exams, and we cannot leave this floor as we're going in for a short break without thanking them for always listening to and viewing this Alhidaayah show, where we appreciate Islam and science. You know, students from Budo Preparatory School always enjoy this show. They always put it for them. They know every Monday at 3 we are on Salam TV to enjoy Islam and science. I remember infants and primary school in Itali Kalungu, they also do the same. So you see that people enjoy this show of Islam and science. So we cannot leave for this short break apart from when we have wished you success in your exams. So our dear viewers of Salam TV, that is more specifically the young scientists, we wish you success in your exams. That is come next Monday, because as we are coming here, I saw most of you excited and preparing for these exams. May the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is for you the journey ahead of you, and also put barakah in your studies such that you can even prosper to the next stages or levels of education. I remain Alkam Mayanja, and we are going to go for a short break. After that, we shall be continuing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, Salam TV.
Don't miss out on being part of the ultimate game changer. Omumaniwa Salam TV is expanding nationwide, bringing life-changing prizes to all Ugandans. Everyone can win, including cars, Haji and Umrah pilgrimages, land titles, hard cash, home furniture, TV sets, and many others. Partner with us in this noble cause and let's transform lives together. Don't miss out. Call or WhatsApp 0776 988 064 or 0702 988 064 for more information. Get ready to win from June 10th, 2025 to February 14th, 2026.
the midst of grief. War begins to whisper. Some battles are personal.
Where reason ends, force begins.
You asked, we delivered.
You need to make Damali pay for everything that she's done.
Watch 5 days of drama, 5 days of Damalite, Mondays to Fridays at 8:30 p.m. on Pal Magic Prime when you subscribe to Kawiki.
I'm one of the scientists now doing research on plastic technology recycling, where we can be able to produce other products from plastic waste. For example, we are trying to develop a plastic tile with sand plastic tile, that it is unbreakable, it can be shifted from one roof to another. So this is a project we are working on. It's our initiative as Kazire Group of trying to reduce waste from the environment. Brothers and sisters, Taso Butonde for a better Uganda.
This message is brought to you by National Environment Management Authority, Kampala Capital City Authority, Vivo Energy, Airco, Pepsi, Stanbic Bank, and NBS TV. Better steady, be better.
Initially, they started by threatening to block my line. They said that if I didn't give them my PIN and share information about my line, they were going to have it blocked. The other thing they do is when they send the message, it doesn't come with a mobile money identification. It comes with a different person's number. And also you can always call the mobile money services just to make sure better steady, be better.
In partnership with Uganda Communications Commission and NBS.
Okulinyisa omutindo gwa Afromobile. Eno yengeri joyinza okuzza obujja omutindo gwa Afromobile yo. Funa app ya Afromobile okuva ku mukutu gwa Google Store oba App Store oba ku mutimbagano gwa www.afromobile.com. Londako forgotten password. Tekamu account yo eya Afromobile oze bujja pin code yo. Ojja kufuna obubaka ku email yo okuli ne code empya. Bw'oteekamu code eyo olwo pin yo empya ekkirizibwe. Afromobile, emboozi za Africa ezannamaddala.
Afro. Eno ye Salam TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll be back from that short break, our dear viewers of Salam TV. Always appreciate you for sparing your time and keeping tuned on the best TV stations in Uganda, that is Salam TV. We always promise you to bring you the best of Islam and science here on the Alhidaayah show. Today is 27th October 2025, corresponding with the 5th Jamad al-Awwal, that is 1447 after Hijriya, or after the migration of the seal of all prophets, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Today we are appreciating miracles of the human body. Specifically, we're looking at human movements or the body movements. How do I speak? What happens to my muscles? How do I walk from one place to the other to get food? How do I walk from here to the other place to look for education or to get information? And all those other processes that I do engage in to move from one place to the other. As we concluded our previous session, that was the first session, we looked at and appreciated the integration of all the three systems that lead to the movement of our body. And our dear presenter informed us that we have the skeletal system, the muscular system, and also the nervous system. These come together and they make sure we are able to move our body parts and then move from one place to the other. Welcome you back from that short break. In studio, I am with a sports scientist working with Gangu Medical Center, none other than Mr. Ismail Kakande. Once again, could you please say salam to our dear viewers of Salam TV?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Ismail Kakande, we are continuing. You've informed us all, we've appreciated the human movements and you've told us you are able to walk, you are able to speak, you're able to do such and such that involves body movements or human movements, and then you told us a lot and we appreciated. What some of the interesting facts in general that our dear viewer would like to appreciate? You know, here at the Alhidaayah show, we would like our dear viewer to appreciate the bounty of life that they have. That is, I am able to walk, I am able to speak, my muscles, all the systems, all the very sophisticated processes that take place. That is why we have this Alhidaayah show for our dear viewer who is seated there in his home, or someone who is viewing us on the Afromobile app, to appreciate this bounty of life. What are the facts that can lead and make this viewer of ours to appreciate the human movement system, or the skeletal system, the muscular and the nervous system at a go?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Interestingly, we shall start with our weight.
Yes.
So if
the body weight?
Yes, body weight. If, for instance, I'm 70 kilograms.
I am 62, alhamdulillah.
Okay. I'm just assuming I'm not 70, of course. So if I'm 70 kilograms, in my body, we know I have bones, I have soft tissues, the lungs, the blood vessels, all that.
Yes.
My muscles contribute 40 to 50% of that weight. What do I mean? So if I'm 70 kilograms, my muscles will weigh around 35 kilograms, of almost half of my what? Of
your entire body.
So this is this is pointing to how important, how vital are muscle, the muscle tissue, to my what? To my health. Then too, interestingly, another interesting fact about the human movements, or what, that muscles never relax. They do not completely relax.
True.
What do I mean? So I'm seated here. Someone may think that they are not working out.
You're resting because you're seated.
But surprisingly, muscles working in pairs. So some are antagonizing the effect of the other. So when you're sitting...
By antagonizing, what do you mean? Opposing?
Yes, opposing. Some are contracting, others are relaxing. So when you're sitting, there are some muscles that are really working to maintain your posture. Okay? So the implication is that muscles do never what? Never completely relax. The other thing is that when you work out, your brain forms new cells, new brain cells. Yes. This is also interesting, that we know, we've been always told that muscles do not, like brain cells do not regenerate. Once a brain cell dies, it does not regenerate. But for someone who is physically active, their brain adapts to that they can regenerate, they can form new brain cells. Interestingly, another interesting fact is that when you work out, rather other things become easy. Someone thinks that when I work out, I would rather get tired. No, it's not the thing. Rather, it becomes easier for you to perform heavier tasks at even using the lowest energy. Your heart becomes more efficient. Your cells become more efficient in utilizing small resources to give you the best result. All that. The other thing is about exercising or body movements. When you engage in sufficient physical activity, it will always bring about that quality sleep. Some people despise the beauty of sleep or the importance of sleeping, and they say, "How can I sleep before I've drove a Range Rover?" They always despise the fact that we have to sleep. But in our creation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us and fashioned us in a way that at one point we need to have rest. You need to sleep and to have deep sleep. So this is healthy for your brain, for your kidneys, for entirely your body. When you do not have sufficient sleep, it will give rise to very many diseases. I've recently interacted with a colleague. He came saying that these days I don't know why I can't sleep. Even if I go in bed, I can lie there for 3 hours waiting for sleep to take me. But that condition is known as insomnia. But one of the causes of this condition, lack of sleep, is inactivity. When I told him, you must be probably, since you are a youth, you're Gen Z, you're probably not working out well or enough. And it is exactly what he said. He said that, honestly, I interact more with the screen. I'm always seated interacting with the screen. And I told him, no wonder you do not have quality sleep during the night. My advice to him was, simply have some time during the day to work out. So when you work out, physically you're going to get fatigued, you're going to get tired. And in the night you have some regular peaceful sleep. The other fact is we have over 600 muscles in our body. This is very interesting. We have over 600 muscles in our body. Yeah? Though we are not so familiar with them, most of us, but we have very many groups of muscles, very many muscles. And the biggest of these muscles is the gluteus, or the buttocks. Yes. It is the biggest muscle.
The one that enables us to sit.
Yes. And the longest muscle, it is the thigh muscles. Okay. Then the smallest muscle is found in the ears. Also, this is very interesting. Yeah. Basically, that's what we can share about the astonishing facts about human movements.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've talked about the gluteus maximus, or the muscle that enables us to sit. You said it's located at the
posterior,
at the back end of ours. As I'm able to sit, there are muscles that are enabling me to sit, meaning somehow they are not resting.
Yes.
They are doing some expansion, and somehow that you can't see. MashaAllah. And you said that the longest of the muscles is the what? Which muscle is that?
The hamstrings. Yes. It goes out. It comes all the way from the hip, and it attaches down in the calf. Yes, just past the knee joint. Yes, that is the longest muscle. You see, it's span.
If our dear producer would help us and display some small illustration of the muscles, and at least our dear viewer would appreciate this astonishing fact that we are looking at, all these muscles that a dear viewer has, that you have when this skin is removed. Ideally, you're not like the way you are, but these muscles that enable your movements, they are able to be seen. Yes, you're saying?
The other thing is, actually, you use more energy, or you save more energy when you're exercising. People didn't know this, or most of us do not know this. That your body, when you eat, your body stores and then uses what it really requires.
Yes.
So when you're not active, which means that your body requirement is low. But when you become active, your body also tends to give you more energy that you need. That if, for instance, you store the excess food that you've not been previously using, when you become physically active, then the body will resort to using the stores, the excess stores, and therefore it will become more efficient in releasing energy for you to use. People think it otherwise, that when you exercise, then the body is starved, you have less energy, which is not the case.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much, audio science. You talked about building new brain cells when someone exercises more. How important is this? Me, I cannot. Me, a normal person, or someone who is viewing Salam TV who is not into science would like to appreciate, what is this, or how good is this? When I do exercise, I have regular physical exercises, I build new brain cells. How do I gain?
Okay, thank you so much. This is a very interesting question. So, look here. The brain is responsible for everything in the body. So, you have opted to start exercising. Or you're going to start exercising, then you come, we start training you. So, we have parameters with which we rate an athlete when it comes to sports scientists, to sports science, that we have speed. We can rate an athlete or a sportsman basing on their speed.
Yes.
2, agility, like that reaction time. You know, an athlete, they are so quick in what? In changing, in changing directions, in what? That agility. There is a game or a sport. It's actually a sport. Yes. that is usually interesting. It's called the ninja what? There is that sport that is usually displayed on screens. Ninja, I'm forgetting, but they put up, they set someone or people from a certain place, and then you have to reach the end point. But amidst here, there are hurdles. Someone maybe has to move over a slippery surface. Maybe someone has to jump. Maybe someone has to climb. All those hurdles. So what we mean by agility, that someone who has a high agility rate, then it will take him short time to overcome all these hurdles, or not even to fail. But if you're not physically active, then you cannot even go very many steps away from the start point. So that is another parameter that we use to rate an elite athlete. Then the other is about power, the rate at which you execute, you do something. So what brings all about these qualities to be unique to a certain person is because the brain has mastered. Okay, it's like closing your eyes and you're going to move through your own house. You know that few steps from here, I'll go here. So the brain has developed that neural link, that neural connection within it, that you know the patterns of the place within you're in. So it is the same thing with an exercise. So when someone does an exercise, or maybe he's a soccer player, he can do something subconsciously, can dribble someone off, can take a free kick without specifically putting a lot of focus onto something, onto a skill.
Just because he has done this thing repeatedly, yes, here and there and then.
Yes. So over time, someone develops neural connections within their nervous system that they can execute skills that are not very common to everyone.
Allah,
yes.
Tabarakallah.
Now,
thank you very much, Mr. Ismail Kakande, a sports scientist. When you said 600 muscles are in our bodies,
yes,
it made me to ponder and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the bounties that we even not aware of, because I couldn't imagine that I have 600 muscles in my body. All I knew was that if I have some 1-2 muscles in my hands, and that is 4, and then I thought it is a total of around 12 or 15. But if I have 600 muscles, Allahu Akbar Kabira.
Over 600.
Meaning they are even more than that.
Yes.
Allahu Akbar Kabira. So you've said, and we've seen all these astonishing facts about the skeletal muscles that lead to the muscular system and also the nervous system. Because we looked at these systems earlier, and now our dear viewer who has been following us can integrate and understand what causes this and how they come together. For our dear viewer, if you missed the previous shows, you always go to the Salam TV YouTube channel and you watch these previous episodes, such that you can relate between these systems. We looked at the skeletal system earlier, muscular system, and also the nervous system. You said that all these facts, the 600 muscles, when I exercise, I form new brain cells. A lot. You even say that we have the gluteus maximus that enables us to sit. That is a muscle on our buttocks. What are some of these complications, 1, 2, 3, that our dear viewer of Salam TV may suffer from, or may have on the body, and it is as a result of not exercising or not engaging in these physical exercises?
Okay, so about 70% of diseases, non-communicable diseases.
Non-communicable diseases. What do you mean by non-communicable diseases? For
that they are not spread from one person to the other, but rather they develop. Okay. Yes. What do a special category? We may talk of diabetes. It's a non-communicable disease. Someone cannot spread diabetes to the other. Cancer, hypertension. Those are non-communicable diseases.
Yes.
Over 70% of these diseases are linked to inactivity. Why? First, let us take a case study of diabetes. Diabetes usually comes when your cells are not responding. Type 2 diabetes, when your cells are not responding to a chemical insulin. And why isn't it responding to insulin? Just because that the glucose that you're having in body, the cells cannot use it, are not in need of it.
Yes.
So they are not sensitive to insulin. But for someone who is physically active, the cells are thirsty for this glucose which is in blood. So they tend to be more active. The receptors are like they are more sensitive to insulin. So insulin lets glucose in. So when you're physically inactive, cells they have enough. They feel they have enough, so they are less sensitive to insulin. This predisposes you to getting diabetes. Likewise, hypertension, because now the heart it has a small workload. It is usually accustomed to a small workload, just that pump blood for that can enable him maybe write, maybe type, which are small activities. So by the time you really require to execute heavier activities, your heart is not in position. It is not built up enough to sustain that. Some cancers are linked to physical inactivity when you do not engage in sufficient activity. Some joint diseases, osteoarthritis, all that. Obesity, which is on a very high rise, it is linked to physical inactivity. Someone, because usually we are taking in what you are not using. Your body keeps on storing, and you find someone obese, and obesity is another it is a risk factor for another group of diseases, cancers, diabetes, hypertension, all that. So the way to go is exercising, making it a routine, taking it in the right amounts, and working out with a qualified personnel.
In conclusion, Mr. Ismail Kakande.
In conclusion,
yes,
let us engage in physical activity, not only for ourselves, but knowing that it is an ibadah. We shall be obeying our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he has employed us to engage in activity. Not limited to that is that you also be healthy. You be healthy physically, emotionally, and in the long run, you chase away these common diseases that are really affecting our population.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ismail Kakandi. Our dear viewer of Salam TV, this is the Alhidaayah show. It always happens every Monday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We apologize, the previous week it did not happen due to technical issues. You saw the heavy downpour that we received here in Kampala, so we were unable to make it to the studios. But Alhamdulillah, today we are here. This is the Alhidaayah show. Today we have appreciated the human movements. How am I able to speak? How am I able to sit in this chair here in this studio? How am I able to walk from one place to the other? And also all the other interesting engagements that we do. This is the Alhidaayah show every Monday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., where we appreciate Islam and science. And more specifically today, we've appreciated the miracles of the human body, human movements, or body movements. In conclusion, we thank our dear viewers for always tuning in for the Alhidaayah show. We invite you, inform your friends who are not able to watch, to download the Afro mobile app to watch these shows in time and with a very small amount. I know daily it's 1,000, and then monthly it can be something like 19,000. Please, 9,000 actually, if not 19. So download the Afro mobile app and be able to watch in time all these interesting shows, including this Alhidaayah show. And if you miss, by any chance you're busy, you're at work, you please visit the Salam TV YouTube channel to get all these interesting and astonishing facts about our Islam and science. I'm going to remain Alkam Mayanja. May the Almighty Allah keep you, and we meet next time. If you look at your calendar, Ramadan is just in the corner, around 3 months and some weeks. So let us prepare in advance. Those who are already fasting Monday and Thursday, you use it for that, and may the Almighty Allah ease it for us. I'm not going to proceed from here. I remain Alkam Mayanja. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Eno ye Salam TV. Adhan ngekutuswako.
Hotel Africana. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح لا إله إلا الله.
Dua after adhan. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وبعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. O Allah, Lord of this perfect call and this prayer to be established, grant Muhammad al-Wasila a high and special place in Jannah and al-Fadila a rank above the rest of creation, and raise him to a praised platform which you have promised him.
Adhan ngekutusibwako.
Hotel Africana. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
Better steady, be better.